Hi Hazel, thank you so much for submitting your video. I was happy to be able to hear it. I love the spinning song. When I got the spinning song as a youngster, I felt like I had hit the big time. I was like, I am good. I hope you had a great time with it. It's one of those pieces that makes you really feel like you're getting good at piano. It sounds so fun. It's got a big sound and kind of a dramatic sound. I love it so much. So I hope you've had fun working on that piece. I really liked your tempo. And I thought that you had great energy with that tempo. It was spot on to me. I also thought you did a good job at paying attention to your accents. Like when you have, I guess they're not always accents. Sometimes it's an accent here and then the short staccato and then the tenuto. But I thought you brought those out really well. Like that you emphasized where we're supposed to have emphasis. That was great. Okay, so I want to just kind of go through it in order, some of the things that I was thinking about while you were playing. So your left hand is very nice. It's a great texture, just nice and light. And I think that went really well. Your left hand is perfect. A lot of students, they kind of bring that out too loud, and you avoided that. You captured just that right, light, kind of plucked sound. I want to talk about the opening idea, one little detail that you might experiment with. When you played both this and also this, I heard the thumb a lot. And I want to see if we can tip more of the weight of your hand to the top notes. Because if you were to sing this, it would be da 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 dum ba 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 da 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 dum da da da. So I want to see if we can hear those notes a little bit more. I've got some strategies for you. When you play that first sixth, the A to the F, a practice strategy, I'm putting my hand in a weird shape so you can see what I'm doing. A practice strategy is to hold the note that you want to have sing and then let go of the others. Okay, what that does, if I isolate this interval, it's not like I want you to play with a staccato thumb. This is a practice strategy to get your weight going to the note that you want to sing. In this case, we want our fifth finger to sing. So I'm going to practice like this. Watch this. Okay? If I practice like that, then later when I add my thumb back in with a normal sound, not a staccato sound, I get a little bit more energy shooting up to that fifth finger. Can you hear how my melody notes? Here I'm going to play it a little bit softer because in my score it's piano. Sometimes there's variation in different publications of this score, but okay. Here's what it sounds like when the thumb's loud. I can hear those low notes a little bit better. Let's move on to the second set of notes. This. On this one, it's easy to really pound your two finger on C. It's just the way our hand is. If we're playing C in every chord, it's easy to kind of pound that guy out. Use the same strategy in slow motion. Here's my first chord. All I'm holding is the F. All I'm holding is the E. That's the hardest one to bring out because that's your fourth finger. Everybody's fourth finger is their weakest finger of their hand. Okay, so I'm going to practice in slow motion like this. Let me sit normal. Okay, so you do this isolated slow motion practice, and then when you get to the playing the music as written, and then you can hear those melody notes a little bit better. Okay, so that's my idea on your first theme. Now, when you get to this, I thought you did a nice job doing a crescendo in measure 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Measure 13. I wanted to see if it was possible to start your crescendo a hair sooner. Okay, so you would play the first note at 11, the E, G, nice and light, just like you did. You had a great start. Now play the F, A just a little louder, and then louder still, and then do those as you were doing before. To me, when you played this, those guys were all really soft, and I wondered if we could just get a little crescendo. You can also help with your left hand. See if you can do, let's see how many beats that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See if you can do an 8 beat crescendo. Each beat is 5-1. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so practice the left hand by itself, and that way here's the sound that we get. And it can be really exciting. It can take your breath away. I think I played that a little bit faster than you, so sorry about that. I'm not going to redo it again because I want to keep moving. I loved when you transitioned back there. That was great. Really nicely done with the legato and the poco ritardando. Okay, at 27, I thought your left hand was awesome. I loved how it sounded. It had the right amount of tone, and you had a great legato. Let's see how light your right hand can be, because even though you were doing it staccato, it was still a little bit present, a little more present than I want. Okay, because I thought your left hand was great. We don't need to change a thing with the left hand. Okay, barely touch the right hand, at least initially. Okay, so something like that, really on 27 through 32, barely touch the right hand. And I think your left hand is great, just the way it is. I did make a note on 41, that crescendo here. That was awesome. Great job on that. Now, when you get to the octaves, I know that it's not in the music, but to me on that part, I almost want like a teeny tiny poco ritardando just for drama. So when you get here, make sure your C's are the biggest. When you did it, they definitely were staccato. They were great in that way, the touch. But I still wanted a touch more drama there, just a little bit more of a crescendo to the C's. And I think in order to do that, if you slow down just the tiniest bit, it would be okay. Because then you're gonna come right back to that left hand texture that you do so well. So at 62, see if you can pace yourself. And then on that final forte where you have FGB, those guys can use your whole arm on those to get that biggest accented sound. I thought your ending was great. I think it was great. I love the ritardando and then release, okay? So you're doing so well. Just exaggerate some of those dynamics and build your crescendo a little bit more where the C octaves are, and have fun at your performance. You're gonna do great.